Google expected to launch its newest Pixel product lineup just hours from now. For a look at where AI fits into the smartphone picture, let's get over to Steve Kovach. He's in Brooklyn at the site of today's Made by Google event. Steve.
Hey there, David. Yeah, this is going to be the annual Pixel event for Google where they show off their new phone, their new earbuds, and their new smartwatches. But also AI is going to be the real story here. The hardware is kind of, we already know what to expect there. Google has already shown it. Obviously, Google has its Gemini assistant, and we'll be seeing what other extra features they can add on top of that to make this an enticing device. But it's been a really tough road for AI hardware the last couple years. While we talk about the enormous growth we see in ChatGPT and the like, other devices like AI PCs from Microsoft, Apple's failure to get Apple Intelligence off the ground, we really haven't seen anything revolutionary on the AI hardware front. We've seen some modest successes. I'll point to Meta's Ray-Ban glasses. Those are the ones they have the camera built in and you can talk to it, use the Meta AI assistant on there. Amazon also recently bought a company called B Artificial Intelligence that has this device you wear that you can always listen to. None of those have taken off in a significant way, but there is some momentum around there. And I'll also point to what Apple CEO Tim Cook recently said about AI hardware. He was asked about that on the last earnings call, and he kind of hinted that the phone is still going to be central to a lot of what we do. We hear a lot about what Johnny Ive is working on over at OpenAI and so forth. Cook's belief, though, it's going to be more like these accessories that we've been seeing as opposed to something that replaces the phone. And then when it comes to the phone itself, really making that assistant more personal and things like that. So we'll see what kind of flavor Google can put on that today, guys.
I look forward to hearing more about Google, although you mentioned Apple, Steve, and one thing that did kind of get lost in the shuffle yesterday was some reporting that Apple's prepared to actually accelerate their plans to produce U.S.-bound phones in India. And I guess the question now is whether or not they got the all clear from the administration on that.
It certainly seems like it. I mean, we saw that extraordinary event in the Oval Office, Carl, just a couple weeks ago, and the president kind of brushed off questions about a made in the USA iPhone, and it seems like, yeah, because of giving that trophy to the president and also offering that $600 billion in investment in the United States over the next few years, Tim Cook really just created a détente between himself and the president. And it seems like India is really no longer an issue. So it's all green for them to go in there and accelerate that production to get around the worst of the tariffs.
Steve Kovach on Apple and, of course, Google. More news on that event later on today.